Hi everyone, welcome to Fluent English for You. Get ready to start speaking with confidence.
Most English learners believe speaking more is the secret to fluency, but they are completely wrong.
Wait, what? Not speaking more? That sounds so backwards, Melissa.
It is not backwards, Alex. It is about speaking smarter, not just more. And the key is asking powerful questions.
Powerful questions? Like deep philosophical stuff?
No, not at all. I mean, simple, strategic questions that keep conversations flowing and make native speakers want to talk to you more. There is a secret type of question that will instantly upgrade your confidence. Have you ever been in a conversation where you just did not know what to say next? Type yes in the comments if you have.
Absolutely. It is the worst feeling. My mind just goes completely blank.
Okay, so I remember this one time, years ago, when I was trying to impress a new English-speaking friend.
Oh, no. This sounds like it is going to be good.
It is not good. We were at a party, and I wanted to show off my English. I had practiced all these complex sentences.
Classic over-preparation.
Exactly. So she was telling me about her recent trip to Japan. She said, the cherry blossoms were absolutely breathtaking.
That sounds lovely.
It does, right? But I was so focused on my next big sentence, I just nodded and said, oh, really? That is nice.
Oh, no, you did not.
I did. And then there was this huge, uncomfortable silence. She looked at me, I looked at her, and my brain was screaming, say something!
I can feel the cringe from here. What happened next?
I panicked. I blurted out, do you like sushi? She had just spent 5 minutes talking about Japan, Alex.
That is like asking someone who just finished a marathon if they like running shoes.
Worse. Her face just fell. She politely said, yes, I do, very much. And then she made an excuse to go get another drink.
She escaped. You scared her away with your bad question.
I did? I felt terrible. The whole point of the conversation was to connect, and I completely missed it because I was not asking the right questions.
So, instead of a conversation, you had an interrogation about sushi?
Pretty much. If I had just asked, what was your favorite part of the trip? Or, did you try any traditional ceremonies? The conversation would have continued so naturally.
That makes so much sense. It is like you are inviting them to keep talking, instead of forcing yourself to come up with clever statements.
Precisely. It is not about knowing all the answers. It is about knowing how to ask the questions that keep the connection alive. That awkward silence could have been easily avoided.
So the power of the question is to keep the ball rolling, not to stop it cold.
Exactly. My mistake was thinking I needed to tell her something interesting. What I needed to do was ask her something interesting.
This is a game changer. I always thought I needed more vocabulary to fill the silence.
Vocabulary helps, yes. But the right question is a superpower. It shows you are listening, you are engaged, and you want to know more.
No more sushi interrogations for me, then.
Hopefully not. The right question opens doors. The wrong question closes them or makes people run for another drink.
Lesson learned from your pain, Melissa. Thank you for your sacrifice.
It was a painful lesson, but an important one. Now let us turn that pain into pure power for you.
I am ready. Show me how to wield this question power.
What is your name? What is your name? Where are you from? Where are you from? How are you today? How are you today? Do you like coffee? Do you like coffee? Can you help me, please? Can you help me, please? Is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? What time is it? What time is it? How much does it cost? How much does it cost? Where is the exit? Where is the exit? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good weekend? What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of music do you listen to? Have you seen any good movies lately? Have you seen any good movies lately? How was your day at work? How was your day at work? Do you have any plans for the evening? Do you have any plans for the evening? Could you tell me more about that? Could you tell me more about that? What are your thoughts on this situation? What are your thoughts on this situation? How do you usually spend your free time? How do you usually spend your free time? What is the biggest challenge you are facing right now? What is the biggest challenge you are facing right now? If you could change one thing, what would it be? If you could change one thing, what would it be? What got you interested in that particular field? What got you interested in that particular field? Is there anything else I should know? Is there anything else I should know? How did you come to that conclusion? How did you come to that conclusion? What do you think was the most impactful moment? What do you think was the most impactful moment? Could you elaborate on that point for me? Could you elaborate on that point for me? What are the implications of that decision? What are the implications of that decision? How do you reconcile those two perspectives? How do you reconcile those two perspectives? To what extent do you believe this will affect the outcome? To what extent do you believe this will affect the outcome? What are the underlying assumptions driving that argument? What are the underlying assumptions driving that argument? Could you perhaps shed more light on your reasoning? Could you perhaps shed more light on your reasoning? In what ways do these ideas intersect with broader societal trends? In what ways do these ideas intersect with broader societal trends? All right, Alex, you have listened to these questions. Now let us see if you can pick the best one.
Bring it on, Melissa. My question. Muscles are ready.
Look at the screen for your options and think carefully. Someone just told you they had a fantastic vacation. Which question is the most effective to keep the conversation flowing naturally? Option A, was it expensive? Option B, where did you go? Option C, what was your favorite part of the trip? The best answer here is C. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Yes. Option A, was it expensive? Can sound a bit rude. Option B, where did you go? Is okay, but it is a closed question. It can be answered with one word. Option C is open-ended and invites a story.
Exactly. You want to invite them to share, not just give you facts. Great job. Exactly. So, remember these three things. First, questions show interest, making people want to talk to you.
Second, open-ended questions invite longer, more engaging answers, keeping the conversation alive.
And third, asking questions takes the pressure off you to constantly come up with clever things to say. You become the curious listener. And speaking of big, remember that secret type of question I mentioned earlier that instantly upgrades your confidence? It is the follow-up question.
The follow-up question. That makes so much sense.
Yes! When someone answers your first question, just ask another question based on their answer. It shows you are listening and truly engaged. This is how you build connection and confidence. If you loved this, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to Fluent English for You for more high-velocity English lessons.
Keep asking those questions, keep learning, and we will see you in the next one.